So Google's made some significant changes to keyword match types, and this has significant impacts. They've also done some things to the search term reports that are definitely troubling. If you run ads for your business, you're going to want to watch this entire video because we're going to talk about what Google has done, how you can make sure that it's not negatively impacting your business, and what you can do in the future to kind of save and future-proof your business. So in a nutshell, what Google is trying to do is they're trying to make advertising more simple. They're trying to bring it out to the masses. You can see this with their smart campaigns, with their automated suggestions, with their really incessant rep calls where they're calling and hounding you all the time, asking you to make dynamic search ads and do all of these really big kind of general recommendations. If you look at just the general trend, they're trying to make it so that you have more impressions, more reach, get out in front of more people. And while this sounds good for most marketers, unless you have, let's say you're selling t-shirts nationwide, that's definitely a different market than if you're a plumber and you're trying to do local. So depends completely on your business. But I can say this, for the most part, for clients that I have, we're not trying to reach the masses. We're not the Quicken Loans. We are trying to reach niche audiences. And with that, we're trying to get better results for the ad dollars that we're spending. We're not trying to hit scale and reach saturation for these large markets. And so we don't want to be following these recommendations. Now let's talk about the keyword changes that Google made, because this is significant. Google essentially took away our phrase match options. They're expanding phrase match. So now phrase match is much more similar to broad match. And exact match is much more similar to phrase match. This expanded targeting that they've given us really kind of takes away some of the tools that we had. We also have our modified broad matches taken away, which is a bummer because I like modified broad matches. It was a great tool for getting kind of more searches, but you had to have specificity still. So I really liked modified broad matches. When we look at, that where we're getting just a lot more potential searches out there that we may not necessarily want to be bidding on, we have to know then what is happening inside of our ad account. And to do that, we typically would go to the search term report. But Google just recently announced that they are making changes to the search term report as well, that they're not going to be showing the low volume searches, which is taking away data. The reason why they said that they're doing that is because it's expensive to store data, and having all of those small, long tail searches is not helpful. In reality, it's very, very important that we know what our search terms are. And so what this can end up doing is causing a lot of irrelevant searches to happen, and really you don't know what's going on because you can't see what's happening inside of the search term reports. So when we think about this, this definitely has some pretty big impacts and potential repercussions for the average advertiser. So the things that you need to do, number one, is you need to make sure that you are crystal clear on who it is that you're trying to target, and then number two, what it is that they actually want. With Google Ads, you have the ability to target behavior. With search-specific ads, you're targeting behavior. And so we need to really figure out what the client journey is and map that out so that we're not, trying to target people that are not our ideal avatars or our ideal customers. So that's number one. Make sure that you're really, really clear on that, and that's basic stuff, right? But number two is you need to know who you don't want. So what are the things that are being searched for that you know for sure that you don't want? So that's your negative keyword list. Negative keywords are more important than ever, and spending more time to add to your negative keyword list is more important than ever. Again, with the search term reports being limited, we don't have access to everything that is being searched for inside of our ad account. And so we have to know, based on research, what are the things that we don't want showing up. So maybe you want to exclude price shoppers, so people looking for free or low cost or affordable or coupons. If you don't want to be discounting, you want to be adding those as negative keywords. So I think that it's just really, really important that you have nailed down a really solid negative keyword list, that you have really tight keyword lists, that your ads really call out your ideal clients, and it's specific too. If you start getting a bunch of clicks and a bunch of traffic that you feel like is irrelevant, you're going to want to make sure that you make your ad more specific. Maybe you put your price in there. Maybe you put specific terms. Do things that are going to help people to say, okay, I don't want to click on that, or yes, I do. Because obviously you're trying to, save money by not getting clicks that are going to be irrelevant and have your ad served to the right kinds of people. So having the ad be more specific will typically give you that. Obviously, you want as high a click-through rate as possible and things, but that being said, it really needs to be targeted towards a certain group of people. So again, I think that Google is still a fantastic place to be running ads, especially if you're targeting transactional searches where people are actively looking for a product or service. But you're going to have to start using, I'd say, a lot more scrutiny on the phrase matches that you're doing. Make sure that your tracking is set up so that you know what is actually converting, and just really pay attention to your ad account. You need to have a lot more monitoring and a lot more optimization to make sure that things are going the way that they should be. Another quick thing is make sure that when you go into your settings that you turn off automatic suggestions, because you don't want to have these automatic suggestions that are going to put a ton of broad match keywords into your campaign, because it's going to get you impressions and clicks that are going to be irrelevant. So I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. I make videos regularly here on this channel about marketing. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Always happy to help. You can also text me if you need any help, any marketing questions. I appreciate it and have a wonderful day. Talk to you later.